Good morning. Looking quite odd with my pyjama top on and a jumper. I have just moisturised and done a little bit of fake tan, and so I've put my pyjama top back on before letting it dry and then getting changed for the day. It is Thursday the 18th of December and it's 8:10 in the morning. I'm going to do a little eye mask because I didn't sleep amazingly last night. I slept okay, woke up at about 4:30 a.m. and then kind of dozed a little bit until about 5 and then didn't really fall back asleep. But look, I've had a very, touch wood, long may it continue, but easy pregnancy, in the sense that I haven't had many kind of symptoms as such apart from nausea at the beginning. But one of the things that I guess I've had is like sometimes I don't get that good a sleep, but it's fine because I wasn't up all night. I still went to bed at like 10 p.m. so I had a good night's sleep. Like, it's fine. Can't complain because I know people have it much worse. But for that reason, I thought I'll do a little eye mask. I'll sit, have a little read, maybe catch up on some YouTube just for like 10-15 minutes whilst I have this on, and then I will start my day. So work has definitely like winded down quite a lot now. Some of my clients are off for the holidays. Some of my client contracts ended like this week. And some of them I'm not speaking to until January now. So it's a quieter week, which is nice. I'm meeting up with a client actually, well, old client / now friend. She's also in my Expander Club membership. Meeting her for a coffee later today. Otherwise, I've got a relatively open day in terms of like admin work. I've got a discovery call actually at midday. And then we are seeing friends for like Christmassy drinks this evening. So a few little bits here and there. I'll take you along with me when I feel like there's something interesting to show. I just thought I could pick the camera up and just have a couple of days kind of winding down for Christmas, show you what I'm cooking or eating, take you along, just little bits and bobs. So not really huge amounts to report. I went to the gym this morning, which was good. I'm still managing to do a run a week, which has been my aim. There's the Secret Santa park run, not Secret Santa, Santa park run on Christmas Day every year that we normally do with my family. And I'm hoping that I can do it this year. And that might be like the last run that I do before I kind of slow down running wise, because I'm now over 34 weeks pregnant. So I'm going to see how it goes. The weather doesn't look that good for next week when it's Christmas. So I'm kind of like, if it's rainy and cold, will that be that enjoyable? But I'm like, I can always walk it, you know? So that's what I'm thinking, but we will see. But yeah, otherwise, just going to have a kind of cozy day. I'm going to sit on the sofa this morning with my laptop and a cup of tea and work from there because I'm feeling like cozy vibes. Put a candle on. I've got the Christmas tree lights here. Let me show you. It's so cozy and lots of little presents underneath. Actually, that's a new pair of shoes that my husband has got me for Christmas. Let me show you them because I really love them. I know that it's obviously not Christmas yet, but I got him a pair of trail running shoes that he's already worn. So I'm like, well, if you've already worn yours, then I'm definitely allowed. Hang on, let me just prop this up. Then I'm definitely allowed to wear mine. So they are from Coolway. Never had a pair of these before. He actually came up with the idea. He chose them and I was like, yeah, they are a vibe. So let me show you. Kind of like leopard print, red laces, 2 white stripes on the side, and then like a little pop of silver. And I just think they're really cool because I just always wear the same pair of shoes. I always wear my Solomons at the moment. Before that, I always wore my New Balance, and they're great, but they're not particularly smart. Like, they're kind of like a day shoe, you know. They're super comfortable, but these kind of, if you want to wear a trainer, but you also want to make look like you've made a bit of an effort, or you want to jazz up a bit of an outfit, then these are perfect. So I'm very happy with those. I might wear them today, actually. For now, I'm going to do my eye mask. Let's put it on together. I was going to try and get some of the, I think it's the 1-1 Skin ones that are really good. But when I was near Space NK, I completely forgot. So I just picked these up from Boots. But I think they'll do the job. I never know which way round they go. Like, do they go thick to thin, or do they go thin to thick? Let me know actually, because I've always wondered which way round they're supposed to be. I never really do eye masks. What I do kind of want to get is one of those ice rollers. I think it's the Skinny Confidential. Is she the one that started those? That they're like the big ice rollers that you put in the fridge. Kind of blend in with my skin in this light. So yeah, I'm going to leave these on for 10 minutes. Pop a little bit of YouTube on, I think. Sit and have my smoothie that I made. And just have a little, slightly 10-minute chill time before the day begins. All very relaxing. This is going to be my work setup for the morning, which is so cozy. I think sometimes you can do your most productive, focused work sitting on the sofa, tree in the background, going to pop a YouTube vlog on. And what is on my agenda this morning? Let me have a look. I've also got my cup of tea and my piece of toast with peanut butter and banana and a few little sultanas. Tea, peanut butter and toast is the best combo. Like, I've kind of been in and out of having coffee. I'm definitely much more been in my tea era for the last like 6 months. But there are some things that I just think don't go with coffee, like a bacon butty. Not that I really ever had bacon butty, but bacon butty and a cup of tea. Toast, peanut butter, banana. To me, it's tea. Probably could have coffee with it as well, but I don't know, there's something about it. Anyway, my plan this morning is to write a newsletter to schedule out on the 29th of December. I'm not going to send one out next week because it's Christmas week and I personally don't really engage in emails that week anyway. So schedule one to go out then, and to start thinking a little bit about what my focus is going to be for the first couple of weeks of January, which is when I'm still going to be working. I've still got some client calls. Then I'm going to be going on mat leave. So it's just kind of thinking about what do I want to be doing in those couple of weeks that have a bit more of a structure and focus rather than feeling like I'm kind of twiddling my thumbs. So just kind of like setting myself up for success really ahead of January. And then what have I got? Speaking to a night nurse, which we might get support with kind of a month in. Speaking to, I've got a clarity sort of discovery call at 1, and then I'm going to be heading to meet my old client / friend, fellow coach, etc. etc. So it's a fairly open day, but good for like planning, prepping, sitting on the sofa, having my tea, and having a nice cozy but productive morning. So it's all pretty divine. Okay, it is a little bit later, 11:15. I'm changed, put on a little bit of makeup, made a little snack of some, I mean, it's not very exciting, but oat cakes and nuts. I'll probably have lunch in like an hour or so, but I'm going to check a bit of client work now. So one of the things that I think I mentioned this before, but one of the things I offer my clients is to go through and check on any sort of work they want my feedback on. So that could be content that they've created for their socials, it could be emails, sequences, it could be landing pages for their offers on their website. And then I just go through, add comments, highlight things, give feedback, etc. So a lot of it is about elevating the messaging so that it includes more sophisticated like sales language and strategy in it. So I'm going to do that now, and then I've got a call in 20 minutes with one of these night doulas to see what she's like, get her vibe. And then I'm going to pop out to the shops. We've got my sister-in-law and her boyfriend staying this evening. So I'm just going to get a couple of like little miniature toiletries to put on the bed. And then heading to meet my friend. So I will probably catch up with you when I am back and having some lunch. So I bought these cute little his and hers shower gels, and then a little mini toothpaste, and I'm going to put these on the bed so it's like they're staying in a nice little hotel. Just put these sarongs out for towels. I think that might be easier, so I might do one there. Actually, I'll do girl, boy. Put that on there, put that on there, and then maybe a little toothpaste in the middle. Cute. I don't know if I've shown actually our panelling that we had done, and also our new rhoda blinds, which I am obsessed with. They're so nice. I love the pattern, and I think they look really good with the shutters underneath, hence why they're just rolled halfway, and they add a little bit of pop of colour to the room. And our print's there. So yeah, nice little touch. But yeah, it's 1:30ish now, so I'm gonna head out at 2. The girl that I was meant to have the discovery call with, I was a little bit, sorry, it's quite dark. I was a little bit dubious as to whether she was going to turn up, because she'd messaged me on Instagram saying, I'm really busy, I've been swamped, sorry I haven't got back to your email, yada yada. And then I hadn't heard anything from her since those messages, and she hadn't replied to my emails. So anyway, it's a shame. It very rarely happens that people don't show up, and because I was kind of in the headspace, I was like, maybe she won't. I wasn't overly surprised. So anyway, I've said if she wants to reschedule to let me know. I usually wait like 5 minutes on the call, and then if there's a no-show, then I'll just end it. So yeah, I've got 25 minutes until I have to leave. So I'm just gonna probably go through my emails. There's not really a huge amount that I've got left to do today, to be honest. I had a relatively open day. Probably just do like a quick little tidy up of the kitchen. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. I put out 2 little tea bags as well. And yeah, the one thing that I'm actually gonna have right now is a piece of this. Now, I only learnt about 3 days ago that Tony's Chocolonely is not in fact called Tony's Chocolonely. It is called Tony's Chocolonely. I always called it Tony's Chocolonely. Anyway, this is the milk chocolate with caramel, almond, pretzel, nougat, and sea salt. It is divine. We opened it yesterday. I had a couple of slices, a couple of squares, and I'm gonna have another couple right now. It's too good. It's too good. We never really buy Tony's Chocolonely actually at home. So my husband bought a couple for like presents, and he bought an extra one for us. It's a good size piece of chocolate. Well, that ended up being a slightly different outing than planned, because when I was on my way to meet this old client / friend, she called me and was like, I'm really, really sorry, I've just got a call from, basically she had some medical news that she was waiting to hear from, and they happened to call her when she was one stop away and she needed to go in. So obviously health comes first. So I was like, don't worry at all. I was only, I was in the car anyway, so it was pretty easy. But I did pop to Waitrose because we are hosting my family for lunch on Saturday before we go to the rugby at Twickenham. And we're going to do a very kind of simple but super tasty leek, orzo, spinach, lemon, kind of coconut milk dish. We did it the other day and it was so good. So I just picked up all the ingredients for that. Yeah, coconut milk, orzo, lemon, spinach, leeks, frozen peas. And then you kind of all cook it together with the stock cubes, some white onion. And it's honestly so delicious and it looks really nice because it's like a bright green colour. So I got that and I also picked up a vintage parcel that arrived, which is just some baby hangers. So I'm going to go put those up in his room, which is very exciting. And then I've now got a free hour. So do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit in the living room and watch something. It's such a miserable day outside. I don't have any work that's urgent. I did extra work that I wasn't planning on doing earlier. Actually, I say that I've got one email that I do need to finish. So I'm going to finish that email. Then I'm going to sit on the sofa and I'm just going to allow myself to watch something in this grey, drizzly weather with the fairy lights on and be really cozy and not feel guilty about it. So that is my plan. And yeah, shame not to have seen this friend of mine because I was really looking forward to it. But as I say, I completely understand. And yeah, it's not like she did it on purpose. You know, she was on her way. Let's have a quick look at these hangers. It's very hard to gauge size online, but they look quite good actually. Just these little kind of like, I don't know, I was going to say like bear cub because they've got like little ears, but there's a nice rack that we put up in his room. So these are to hang some of the clothes. So I might go do that now. I'll show you actually. And then, yeah, I'm going to chill, as I say. I actually can't cope with how cute this is. Like baby clothes. It's an addiction. Look how cute. Oh, sorry, but look at this jumper. And these little knitted, hooded. They're so cute and they're so tiny. Oh, I love this little like vintage looking one as well. Oh my God. And this one with the little elephant and boat on it. It's so cute. So yeah, that's the shelf. And it's just making me like, I want him to be here, but not yet. I'm not manifesting that he's as early as now, but I am manifesting that he is either within a week early. That is what I'm hoping. Just received this parcel that I've been waiting for months because there was a backlog in the delivery. So I thought I would show you what I've got. And it is the how do you actually pronounce it? Epitome, which is by Emily the Nutritionist. Let's see if I can get into it. Which is all for gut health and yeah, gut health mainly. Very aesthetically pleasing. See what it says. So, carefully curated combination of the most scientifically backed bacterial strains to support digestive health. Apparently it's really good for like skin, metabolism, digestive system, hair, general overall health. So I will start taking it and see how the results come through. They look like inside. tablets. Honestly hate it. And I have to take 4 a day for pregnancy nutrition. And honestly, every single morning, I dread it. When I was younger, I think I had like a tooth infection and I had to take antibiotics for it. And I remember like getting into a huge like tantrum with my dad because the antibiotics came in tablet format and I couldn't take them, so we crushed them up. The flavour was so awful. Like we tried it in yogurt, in mashed banana, on like toast with peanut butter, and I just hated it. And my dad was like, you have to take it, otherwise you're going to get more ill. And I hate it. I don't know, I don't find it easy at all. But anyway, let's see how these tablets make a difference. To meet one of my best friends who lives in Sydney but is over in the UK for Christmas, and I'm going to go for a little mooch around the South Bank markets and get a drink and just have a good catch up. I've not really shown you much today because I've been here, there and everywhere. Stayed at my parents because we've got our guests staying, popped to a coffee shop, showed you my epitome, or however you pronounce it, delivery, but otherwise there's not been a huge amount to show. So I thought I'd just give you bring you along, probably just do like a little montage of Christmassy bits that are in and around London. But it's such a nice day, so it's so nice to be outside. And then we've got my dad's birthday drinks party at their house this evening with like canapes, drinks, and there's like 25 of us in total. So a nice Friday to wrap up the week, and yeah, not much else to report. Just thought I would say hi, check in. This vlog feels a little bit random, hodgepodge of different things, but yeah, it's Friday the 19th now, so it feels very much like holiday mode is on and activated, which is exciting. Okay, I am back home. I don't feel like my Christmassy montage really worked out because as soon as I was on the train, I was then just like sat on the train, and then when I got to Waterloo, I met up with my friend. So I couldn't really film anything, but it was so nice to see her. Yeah, she's one of my oldest friends. I've known her since I was probably like 12. We went to school together when we lived in Madrid, and we've been really good friends ever since. So it was really nice to see her, catch up. Sat and had a mint tea at a coffee shop near South Bank, and then I got the train home and I just got in. So I thought I would jump on here. I'm probably going to wrap the vlog up. I don't think there's been a huge amount to show, but a couple of little snippets here and there. Very much a reality of like what I've been up to, what these days look like. I think I mentioned earlier, but we're off to my parents' house for my dad's birthday this evening, and then we are hosting tomorrow, which I showed you the ingredients for, that green orzo recipe. If I remember, I will link it below because it is so good. Would highly recommend. Tasty, healthy, looks great and easy to prep. So doing that tomorrow, and then we're going off to the rugby at Twickenham. So really fun, sociable few days. And it is like 4:30 now. Yeah, 4:45. So I'm just going to chill for like 20 minutes and then probably start getting ready in like an hour, to be honest. So I've got a little bit of time. I might actually start editing this vlog to get ahead, and then I can get it up and scheduled. So I hope you have a wonderful festive season. I don't know when I'll next vlog. I will do my best to do one next week, but yeah, one of my intentions is to be a bit more consistent, but I'm also aware that once I have a baby, that might be very unrealistic. So we're just going to take it as it comes. We're not going to put too much pressure on, but I know that with these things, especially when it's kind of like still relatively new, being consistent and being intentional, I guess, with showing up, putting the work in is how it then pays off. So anyway, that is a little intention to myself, but also a commitment to you. If there's any specific type of videos that you want to see more of in January, then let me know. If you have any questions, as always, let me know. Let me know if you are pregnant or a new mum or like giving birth soon. I would love to know how many of you are in that kind of similar stage as me. And we'll speak to you all very soon. Lots of love.